hemorrhaging money. Budgets went down, people were losing their jobs left, right and centre. But this has been a continual cycle, and I think lots of businesses, and I think particularly creative businesses as well, we all know it. It's like there are constant struggles and there are constant ups and downs. So how do you survive all those things? I don't know, but for me it was about being able to have my hand in a few different pies, and when this one was going low, this one might be up, or I've luckily been able to sort of pay the rent doing what I love. I've tried to turn adversity into advantage. Again, like anyone in the creative fields, we know you have to constantly open, bang on doors, knock on doors, stick your foot in doors, because we're constantly being rejected with whatever it is that we want to do. And I think anyone that is creative, and I think there's lots of writers in this room, we all know how hard it is when we think we've got a great idea, but trying to prove to someone else that it's a great idea and they should give us money for it is kind of hard, but we just have to keep on going. You can't give up. A number of years ago, I've done training courses. I've trained other wannabe broadcasters, and it's the first thing I always say to them is, number one, if you've actually got to really, really, really want to do this, because you're going to be rejected for years. And if you can pursue it for years while washing dishes in a restaurant or doing Albaito or something, then one day the success will come. But if you suddenly think, yeah, I want to be this and I'll get a job in 3 months' time, it's not going to happen. So you have to love what you're going to do. And how would you go about it? Well, just get yourself a dinky little recorder and plug it into your PC, and away you go. That's a studio. It's so easy.
Do you have to deal with ambient noise and stuff like that?
That's part of life. It's never bothered me, all that stuff. I love doing interviews out in public. In fact, I do it quite a lot. If I don't do interviews through the radio station live on air, or the record label sets it up in a label or the hotel, I often try and do interviews in public spaces because I like that. It adds another dimension of personality to it. Or if you could do an interesting interview with someone in a space related to what they're talking about as well, it just brings something else in.
For example, like the developed countries blame developing countries, and the vice versa. Or companies try to blame the consumers for not buying good products, and the consumers blame companies for not making things, or they blame the government for not having enough good funding, or people tend to blame somebody else. But somebody has to be the first one to say, hey, let's stop all this and make the world a green place, or start changing our lifestyles. And I thought from experience in the States and in Japan, Japan has some historical and cultural aspects that we can share the world. And we can be the first to say, hey, we are going to change, so let's all start to change. And particularly small companies. I went all through Old-Toward. That's the area where a lot of small companies gather, and they have a lot of these monozukuri kind of skilled kind of works over there. But these companies have a lot of not high but like intermediate technologies that could be used for the environmental issue, for solving them. But it's just not acknowledged, so I thought that the SMEs of Japan can be one group of people that I can introduce to the world and help them to solve a lot of problems overseas. I was 25 and we just started. I've never made a magazine, but I decided that, okay, we should first start from a magazine and try to communicate what we want to. And I should have brought the first really bad magazine, but I decided to bring the better ones today. So we have this Ikowaza magazine. It's like this. We have like these articles in the beginning, and after that, these products from all these SMEs follow. And we are trying to choose these partner companies because we sell these products for them online too. We select these companies with these 5 criteria: responsible design, or they have environmental conscious manufacturing systems, and they have things that you can use and reduce your energy or everything that or garbage, or reduce water usage, and things that have a twinkle of analog, meaning that it's not all automated, but it's something that some kind of handmade aspect is still remaining. And also things with long product life cycles,